Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
Welcome to this week's edition of World Crisis Radio. This is Webster Tarpley speaking to you from Washington, D.C. Because of our special holiday schedule, I'm talking to you from Washington here on the late afternoon of Tuesday, December 23rd. That is, it's Christmas Eve. And we have some good news. Another step towards a Greek general election. A chance for the Greeks to vote no to the hated austerity. Down with austerity. Stop austerity. That's going to be the call coming out of the cradle of Western civilization there in Athens and in Greece. More widely, it has proven impossible for the reactionary coalition, the puppets of the International Monetary Fund, the European Central Bank, and the European Commission. Impossible for them to impose their puppet candidate as president of Greece. So the new democracy and all these puppets of the Troika, right? European Central Bank, European Commission, and International Monetary Fund, they are at their wits' end. They don't know what to do. And it's looking more and more likely that it will be impossible now. The third vote, I believe the number of parliamentary supporters goes down from 180 to 160 to elect a puppet in this case. But it's not likely that they'll get the 160. And that will mean early elections. Vote. Let the people decide, and they will decide, stop austerity, roll back austerity, make the bankers pay, and that we'll talk about this in just a minute about what the potentials are. But that's a Christmas present for anybody. And of course, by the time you hear this, it's not even Boxing Day. It's the Feast of Stephen or the Holy Innocents or whatever it is. But you'll be getting the idea. Secondly, the course, the promised philosophical seminar, economic seminar, the political economy of the American system, looks more and more likely for the 23rd, 24th, 25th. And I'm embarrassed to say we still don't have the venue. So I'm hoping to get that venue locked in, lined up, signed, sealed, and delivered very soon. You just have to bear with us a little bit. We were very concerned about Reverend Pinckney, so if we have an excuse, it's that. I don't want to seem to be dithering with these things, but we were heavily engaged on the Pinckney front and actually remain so. So that's going to be coming up. Watch Webster G. Tarpley Twitter feed. Watch tarpley.net. And, of course, tune in to this broadcast next time around. I'll be very embarrassed if I don't have a venue for you. Now, the highly interesting developments here as the old year comes to an end. Let's look at some of these. First of all, the economic crisis in Eastern Europe. And that, of course, includes Russia, which is now under heavy attack from the International Monetary Fund and its stooges, London and New York, calling the shots on that one. These are not markets. These are economic attacks. This is economic warfare, not the workings of some mythical neoliberal market. But now, in the middle of all of this, we've got a shining ray of light. We have Belarus. Gold is where you find it. Gold is where you find it. And this is now Belarus under President Lukashenko. And Lukashenko, for various reasons, is particularly hated by the Anglo-American elites. They would like to give him the Gaddafi treatment, or at least a color revolution, if they could. But Lukashenko is forewarned. He knows what a color revolution looks like. It's been tried a couple of times there. These are people who have seen the chaos of a color revolution in Ukraine right next door. They've seen what it has meant for places like Libya and Syria. I hope there are not too many dupes and useful idiots running around in Belarus, because this government has now established something which is of universal value, and that is economic self-defense. The government of Belarus, under President Lukashenko, in the capital of Minsk, has declared, first of all, if you want to export capital from Belarus, great, you pay 30%. You pay a tax of 30%. Almost 1/3 of your flight capital will go to help the treasury. So if you're a libertarian, if you're a ripoff artist, if you're a leech, a parasite, a tick on the body of Belarus, and you try to get out of town with your ill-gotten gains, great, you're going to take a haircut of 30%. This is how to treat speculators. This is how to treat those who go for economic warfare and call that their liberty. That's no liberty. That's license. That's sociopathic behavior. Belarus has shown the way. Remember, in the previous crisis back in 1998, which is now on everybody's lips, it was Mahathir Mohamad of Malaysia who blazed the trail, showing, under those conditions back then, that a country that put in capital controls and exchange controls would have an easier time of riding out that crisis than at the present time. So Belarus says 30% tax on capital exports. It also means that it's all reportable. I imagine it means that you have to report it, and if they don't want you to do it, they're going to tell you, no, you can't do it at any price. Forget about the 30%. But it's this is capital controls, exchange controls, and then some. It's exchange control with real teeth. This is exemplary. Go Belarus. And then the other thing they've done is if you're bringing foreign exchange into the country, if you bring in dollars, euros, or yen, or whatever it is, you can't just hoard that. You can't just sit on that. You've got to exchange 1/2 of that for a Belarus ruble. So you got to change it into Belarus rubles, and that simply means that your export earnings will be a support operation to buy Belarus rubles to prop up the currency, to support the national currency, and to counteract the baleful effects of flight capital. Now remember, things have gotten much worse since 1998. In 1998, we had not had the general deregulation of the derivatives, in particular credit default swaps. That happened in the year 2000 with the Commodity Exchange Modernization Act, signed by Clinton, whose wife now thinks she deserves to be president, based on what? Based on knocking down Glass-Steagall in 99 and liberalizing derivative plague for the world in 2000. Well, as a result of those actions, since 2000, we've had this tremendous growth, this cancerous growth, hypertrophy of derivatives, and the derivatives are being used to attack Russia. But Belarus has put up an effective barrier. This is a small country. It would be wonderful. The NATO people would love to have a color revolution in Belarus, knock off Lukashenko, and bring the NATO potential borders all the way into historic Russia, right? Practically to Smolensk. They'd get Minsk, and they would like to get very close to Smolensk, and let's hope they don't, because we don't want this. This is the road to World War III. Therefore, what Belarus has done is actually a step for peace. Now, on the internal front, if you go back and read Putin's press conference in Russia, in the Kremlin, last week, you'll see that he was asked about a coup d'etat. He was asked, are you ready to fight off a coup d'etat? The answer coming in the next segment here on World Crisis Radio.
Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see economic growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression? Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
On Facebook, on the news, and in conversations with friends, we're bombarded every day with advice on how to be healthier, from gluten-free and non-GMO diets to how much exercise and sleep the body needs. But how much have you heard about alkalizing the body? AlkaVision Plasma pH drops are a holistic and natural way to get your body's pH levels back in balance. Just a few drops in water will help your body rid itself of harmful waste, and even the healthiest of diets can be complemented with your daily use of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops. Who isn't looking for more vibrance, vigor, and energy? Now buy 2 bottles of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops and get $10 off your order. Visit alkavision.com or call 800-518-7615. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops are packed with a powerful combination of the most alkaline minerals and compounds. Open the door to greater health, vitality, and zest for life. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health. Call 800-518-7615 or head to alkavision.com.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. Geez.
Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. Webster Tarpley reporting from Washington, D.C. Now, I'm going to repeat this later on in the show, but let's give you ways to express support for Reverend Edward Pinkney. He has been in jail now for 8 days.